Let's say you want to print all the years where more than 2 movies were released. How would you do that? This is clearly a group by operation because you are grouping your rows based on the release year and you're getting a count. So let's write the query. We'll say select release year first. So you want to print a release year and the count of movies. So you would say count star from movies and group by release year. Okay. And when you execute this, you get the count. Pretty straightforward. You can also sort this by saying that, okay, I want to order by count, and I will just say count star as movies count so that I can refer it easily in my order by clause and descending order. When I run that, pretty straightforward. So this 4 years were the years where my movie count was more than 2, but this is showing you all the results. Let's say you want to filter all the results, right? So I want to say where my movies count is greater than 2. So you can probably use where, correct? You will say where movies count is greater than 2. But when you will run this query, it's not going to work. It will say unknown column movies count in where clause. And the reason this is happening is the way SQL will execute all these operations is it will first execute from operation. Okay, so it will say from movies, I want to select bunch of records. Then it will execute where, then it will execute group by. So now movies count is not available until group by is executed. But where is executed before group by. So when where is executed, it doesn't know what is movies count. That is the reason it doesn't work. Luckily, there is something very similar to where which gets executed after group by, and it is called having. Okay, and in the end you execute order by. So let me just move this after group by, and instead of where, I will just say having. It is very straightforward, and see, it's gonna work now. So you need to remember this order. It's first from, then where, then group by, having, and order by. Having is used mainly with group by operations. Okay, so when you go work in the industry, remember this thing. Having is mainly used with group by, but it can be used without group by too. But the main use case is with group by. And another thing that is different with having and where is that when you have where, see, let's say I want to get all the movies whose IMDb rating is greater than 6. In the where clause, if I'm using a column, that column doesn't have to be in my select statement. So let's execute this. So it still works, but in having, whatever column you are referring to has to be there in the select. So if I just say, okay, IMDb rating greater than 2, whatever, that's not going to work because IMDb rating is not available inside the select clause. Most of the time, you will find that the column that you're using in having clause will be an aggregated column. For example, here movies count is some kind of aggregation, correct? Or a derived column. So these are the use cases that you will see in the industry.